Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Vegas Top Dogs YouTube channel, College Football Championship Week Update. We have our special guest, Sniper Wes. He's going to join us in a minute, and he'll have a couple of free selections for you. And I'll have a couple of free selections as well. Be sure to check out VegasTopDogs.com. Free picks, sportsbook, bonuses, articles, and more, VegasTopDogs.com. Before we get to Wes, make sure you like, subscribe, thumbs up. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. You'll be notified each and every time we put out a new video. Wes, welcome back.
Tony, always a pleasure to be on. Thank you for having me back again. And getting to the college football playoff. I know there's a lot of drama, Alabama getting in and people think they don't deserve to be in, and, Ohio State. Obviously, I think they're still ranked number 6, so you knew they were going to get in. To be honest with you, so the Ryan Day thing, I kind of think, and you probably agree with me, I think he has to win the national championship here to save his job. Otherwise, they're going to say sayonara and give him the boot because you can't be losing to Michigan every single year, especially as a gigantic favorite like they were. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. But
no, I agree.
I
was talking to someone about this today. I think they need to win the championship for, like you said, to save his job. And I do think they have the best team. They just have to put it all together here in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's jump right in. Everybody watches the videos for the free selections. Championship week, we have 2 games on Friday, 4 games on Saturday. One of the games on Friday I'm going to touch on. It's the game between Tulsa and Army. Army had a pretty good season, but they played a very, very soft schedule. I think they're in for a world of a hurt here. I know they're home in this game, but I think Tulane is by far the better team. They're 8-2 their last 10, 7-3 their last 10 against the spread. Army head coach is winless against Tulane. This is one team he struggles against. Tulane seems to have their number. They're able to stop that option. The Tulane offense is very explosive. They're putting up 46 points per game their last 8 games. And I just think this high-powered offense is going to be the difference maker here. I'll lay the short number with Tulane -5 Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I probably agree with that. I mean, I think that, this line is indicative of Tulane's success over Navy, right? The 35-0 over Navy. So they think that they already beat up on a service academy, and they think that they're probably going to do so again, which is probably why they're laying 5 points. So, but I agree. I think Tulane does well here.
All right. What game do you have circled for us on Saturday?
So I got a couple. I'll just start with, because I know you and I were talking that we both like Texas here over Georgia. So I do like Texas. I'm going to lay the short number. I believe it's -2.5. So remember this game, it's first of all, it's for a first round bye, right? So it's, other than, the championship, it's great for whoever wins because you get a first round bye, right, in the tournament. So it is on a neutral field. It's at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. However, last time I checked, Mercedes-Benz Stadium is where the Falcons play, and that's actually in Georgia. So it's probably going to be a Bulldog heavy crowd, I would think. But Texas is 11-1, Georgia's 10-2. Texas off 5 straight wins. Remember Georgia last week, they took, Georgia Tech took Georgia to the brink, right? It was 8 overtimes. They almost set the record with 9 overtimes, and they barely got past them, and they were a big favorite. So just kind of disappointing. And Georgia is they've had a lot of offensive struggles this year where they have trouble moving the ball. Obviously, they did beat Texas 30-15 earlier this year, but I think that plays into the Longhorns' hands, to be honest with you, because they have a lot of revenge. They want to pay them back. They want to show them who's boss in the SEC now that it's their first, time playing them. Well, second time playing them, but, for the SEC championship. So I like Texas here. I think they show up, and I think that is the sharp side.
I agree with you, Wes. Like you said, it's a big revenge game. It was 30-15 the first meeting. Texas did have 4 turnovers in that game. Yardage was pretty similar. One thing I did note that Texas was only 2 of 15 on third downs. They really struggled to convert their third downs. I think it'll be a different story this time around. Like you said, Georgia's off that 8 overtime game. Now it's not a true, overtime because they have the 2-point conversions. They go back and forth. But it was a, big rivalry game against Georgia Tech. It was a draining game for them. I think the Texas defense has been playing tough. And it's tough to beat a team twice in the same season, especially 2 high-caliber teams like this. So I like Texas minus the short number in the Dome.
Absolutely. So moving on, I like SMU here over Clemson. So I believe that's a short number too. I believe that's -2 if I remember.
Yes.
But I think that actually opened as a pick 'em, or SMU might have been like +1 when it opened. But so obviously their steam headed SMU's way. But so this game will also be at a neutral site. This will be at Bank of America Stadium, and that's where the Carolina Panthers play. And so SMU, they rely on their running game. Okay, so Brashard Smith, he averages more than 3.5 yards per carry after first contact. So it's tough to bring him down, in other words, right? He has 14 TDs on the year. Clemson's defense, they've had trouble tackling. They just can't tackle runners. They're outside the top 100 in broken tackles allowed. SMU quarterback Kevin Jennings, fantastic season. He's picked up 9.1 yards per passing attempt. Clemson quarterback Cade Klubnik, he's having a pretty good season, but they kind of rely on running the ball, and I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. This Mustangs, their defense up front is very stout, and I think they're going to struggle running the ball. And if you're going to make Klubnik kind of win it with his arm, I don't think he's going to be able to do that. And I like SMU here. Obviously, the money's headed their way. The steam's headed their way. I wish I would have got this earlier, but I will take it for purposes of this video. I will take the -2. If you want to throw some on the money line, just so you don't have to deal with the points, you can do so. But for purposes of the video, I will lay the 2 with the SMU Mustangs.
All right. Sounds good, Wes. I know I'm going to have a big play on Saturday in one of the games. Do you have anything lined up for any of your customers on Saturday?
Absolutely. We have a huge UFC card. So I am probably one of the top handicappers at a lot of these websites that I'm on at Picks and Parlays, Winners and Winners. But Vegas Top Dogs is where you want to go, because I'm probably one of the only handicappers that does UFC on that website. So, we could probably hook you up with a discount code too. I'm sure Tony could do that for you guys if you wanted to get in on some UFC action, because I have been fantastic in the Octagon this year. But aside from that, NBA, NHL, obviously NFL. It's going to be a very, very busy weekend for me. But Vegas Top Dogs is where you can go find all the action.
Yeah, shoot us an email, give us a call, guys, or add any comments down below. We always answer all the comments within 24 hours. We can get you a promo code for this weekend's college football action. Wes, as always, thanks for sharing your expert knowledge with us in college football.
Absolutely. I enjoyed it, Tony, anytime.
All right, guys, make sure you check it out, VegasTopDogs.com. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. We'll be back again, break down some more college football next week.